The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and wipe out my brows, and it's really easy. All you need to do is get a glue stick and run it over your brows, and then I'm just going to comb them up, and this is going to make them really flat up against my skin, and it's going to make it a lot less noticeable when I put the concealer over it. So you just want to really make them as flat as possible and make it a nice smooth surface. While I wait for the glue to dry, I'm just going to take my Sonia Kashuk Precision liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to try my best to create a very straight line down the center of my face. And you just take your time. If you need to, you can always just wipe it off and make it as straight as you can. Now I'm going to take the lightest foundation that I have, and I'm using my Flower BB Cream in BB1. And I'm just going to use my Real Technique sponge to dab this all over my face, and just to ensure a really nice coverage, make it look flawless. This is very high coverage BB cream. Even though it is a BB cream, it's really full coverage, so it's going to make my skin look flawless. And so you just want to blend it out and make everything really smooth. So I didn't like the way this brow came out. The glue hadn't set completely, and so I just really messed it up. So I just decided to take it off and just hide it with the BB cream instead and work with it that way, because it was very clumpy, it wasn't very smooth. So that's the good thing about doing this side first. You can always just take it off and then start over. To fill in the brows, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde, and I'm just trying my best to replicate the brow of Christina Aguilera as best as I can. Hers is very, very thin in the album cover, and mine are a little bit thicker than hers, so I just did the best that I could with what I have. On the cover, Christina practically has no tail to her brow, so I'm just trying to conceal it using concealer here, just so that it looks a little bit more like hers. Now I'm going to go in with my Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil by NYX in the color Milk, and I'm just going to put that underneath the brow and in the waterline. I'm just going to take one of my synthetic brushes to blend that out and make it look really soft and smooth. It's a really creamy eyeshadow pencil, so it's very easy to work with. Now I'm going to go in with my Bohemian Chic NYX palette, and I'm using this grayish color here, and I'm just going in with a fluffy brush. I'm going to place that in the crease, and I'm going to bring it all the way in towards the beginning of the brow and along the side of the bridge of my nose. You just really want to extend this shadow all the way to the bridge of your nose as well as towards your temples. And now I'm going to take the white from this palette, and as you can see, most of these shades are matte. And so I'm just going to take that white and I'm going to place that on the lid and as well as underneath the brow bone, just to set that creamy milk pencil. Now I'm going to go in with a darker gray from the palette, and I'm using my 217 MAC brush for this. I'm going to concentrate it right in the crease, and this is just going to give it more dimension, more shadows, and you just want to wipe it back and forth and make sure that it's really softly blended. Using an eyeshadow brush and the white from the palette, I'm just going to do some highlighting all over my face in the usual areas, like underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, cupid's bow, and a little bit on the chin. Since my skin is so light, I needed to use this white eyeshadow to really highlight and make it noticeable. Using a really soft gray from the palette, I'm going to lightly put this on the lower lash line and really smoke it out. And then for the contour, I'm using my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm just taking the color Fawn, which is the one in the center, and I'm just going to place that in the hollows of my cheeks and try to bring it a little bit forward so you can see it when I am looking straight ahead. You just really want to blend it and make it look really soft. And then I just line my lash line very thinly because I'm going to apply some false lashes. And here I'm using my Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced just to really volumize my lashes and make them really thick, because the lashes that I'm using are really spiky. So I want a little bit of volume towards the base. And then using my CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara, I'm going to lightly put some on the lower lash line. I'm not going to put too many coats because they're very thin, her lashes on the cover, so nothing too dramatic. And now, as I wait for my mascara to dry, I'm going to go ahead and start off doing the other side of my face. And here the glue has really set and dried, so I'm putting on my Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC, and I'm just dabbing it with my Real Techniques sponge. And you can see here how it's already looking a lot better than the other side. And then I'm taking a little bit of a thicker concealer. This one is by Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just dabbing it onto the brow. And you just want to dab it because you don't want to disturb anything underneath. You just dab it and then blend it out with a sponge, and you just want to bounce it on there. And you can see how it just erases your eyebrows. It's a really cool technique. Now before you start drawing on your face, you really want to set that concealer so that it doesn't move around because it's really creamy. So here I'm just using a Sonia Kashuk translucent powder, and I'm just going to dab it. You just want to dab, you don't want to sweep anything over it. And then I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Black Bean, and I'm just going to start outlining a circle around my eye, and this is the record player. And then basically I'm going to start using an eyeliner brush just to get in there and start doing all the details. And I'm just going to switch back and forth between the Black Bean Jumbo Eye Pencil for doing some shadows, and then going in with the Milk to do some highlighting. So you just want to go back and forth and just slowly start to create, basically you're just drawing. And then here you can really get in there and make everything crisp and nice and clean using the smaller eyeliner brushes. Now that my mascara has dried, I just want to finish this side up, and here I'm using these really spiky lashes. This is just a kit that I got from H&M a long time ago, but you just want some lashes that have long spikes on them, and then that should complete the eye look. And then here I just use tweezers to put them on, and I like to pinch my natural lashes with the false lashes just to make sure that none of the ends pop up, because that tends to happen with these thicker band lashes. And then I'm going to take some black eyeliner and I'm going to place it on the lower lash line and the waterline, just on the outer corner, because it looks like it has a little bit of a shadow here. And you just want to lightly flick it out. And you just want it to be a little bit darker on the outer corners of the eye. For the other side of the face, I'm using my NYX All I Ever Wanted palette, and what I basically do is I use the Milk Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil, and I just place that on my face and I blend it out with my Real Techniques sponge, and then I'll place some colors of the eyeshadow underneath, and then basically I'm just drawing the entire time on this side of the face. I'm drawing the outline of what I want using my Sonia Kashuk Precision Eyeliner Pencil. And then I'll go in with the Black Bean to do some shading or shadows, and then I'll go in with my Milk to do some highlighting. And if I need to make anything more vibrant, then I'll go back in with the eyeshadow. But basically it's just a whole lot of drawing. And what I did was focus on smaller parts of the face and perfect that before I moved along to other sides of the face, and tried to get as much detail as I could. So here you can see what it looks like with most of the stuff already done. But yeah, the drawing is mostly just a lot of shading and a lot of highlighting. That's what makes it look really good. And if you lose any of the color, then you can just go back in and put some of the eyeshadow. I put some more pink on the horns close to my ear as well as my chin, because when you're doing a lot of drawing you can lose some of the color. But you can see here I'm just doing some highlighting. Yeah, so you have to be really patient and just really take your time. By the time I was done with this, my hand was really hurting. Okay, so now that that's done, we can move on to the lips, and I just use my Lime Crime Red Velvet lipstick, and then I'm using my Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil just to highlight some parts on my lips to make them look more cartoon-like, because that's what they look like on the album cover. It's more like a cartoon rather than her real lips. So I'm just gonna go in and outline the top and create some little highlights, and then I'm gonna go in with my Lime Crime liquid eyeliner and Lunar Sea. And it's just a super pigmented white, and I'm just creating those glossy highlights on the lips to make them look more cartoon-like. The last step is to dab on some clear lip gloss. You don't want to sweep it across your lips just to not disturb anything. You just want to dab it on. And this is the completed look. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and somewhat entertaining. And as always, thank you guys for watching my videos. You can check out some more photos on my Instagram, Makeup Monster. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.